the curve is going to invert itself across this line. That's basically going to be the outcome. And so I'm gonna simulate that right here. Yeah, so you can see we've got our oscillator there, which is based off of this t variable, and this t variable, it's just going to increase forever. Oh wait, let me turn this off. Yeah. And you can see it getting flatter here, and then it reaches the other side, and then it bumps out again. So basically, what the effect is going to be is that the water will be kind of oscillating up and down, like it'll look as though parts of it are getting slightly closer and further away, and blah blah blah. Yeah, or at least that's the intention. I'll go ahead and switch to the edit version, which is just this. Oops. Okay. Yes. Shaders. So yeah, that was the original. And just to kind of, so I still have a couple of if else statements here, but it's literally just for the brightest of the bright, just return white, and then darkest of the dark, return just like a dark shade of blue, whatever. But then all the rest of it is determined by the curves. So we got the color curves. They also involve like chunking up the curve into some discrete bits to kind of give a little bit of emphasis to each distinct level. The point is though, I wanted to be able to have as many color levels as I wanted to without like changing the logic. So that's why I wanted the curve. And then this is what the curve for the stretching the texture toward the middle looks like. So we've got our K there, and then we've got our J there. We got our CK, and then we got our CJ, and then we got our C, which is we take those two curves, we zero out the stuff that we don't want, we multiply the rest by 1, and then we add those two curves together. And then this is that little thing with the oscillator to make it go back and forth. And then if you recall before, I mentioned that there's two textures that are kind of composited over one another, that are scrolling at different speeds. We're doing the same exact thing with the curve for that other instance of that texture scrolling. And yeah, I'll go ahead and test it out. Okay. All right. And there it is. Hold on, let me get a good look at it. So you can kind of make out the stretching just a little bit. It's kind of subtle, but hold on, let's see. Let me see if I can get a good spot. Where's a good wide one? There, you see the stretching happening. It kind of looks like whereas the other one, it looked like there was a bunch of very, very small ripples. Now, I mean, there's still small ripples, but it looks like those small ripples are kind of like riding on top of larger ripples, or at least it does in my opinion. Um, yeah. Let me see here. I can fly and go up higher, see how that looks. Oh yeah, you can notice the stretching a little bit more now. It kind of looks like it kind of gives the impression that like there's a larger system of waves, kind of like that the small ripples are kind of like uh, on top of, I guess. But um, that's how that's the finished product, I guess. And of course, from here you can obviously tweak it even more. Like this is just like a kind of interesting looking tweak that I. Oops. So this was kind of an alternative configuration that I experimented with earlier, that also looks very compelling, but just looks different just by tweaking a few values in that curve. See, now it kind of looks like the waves are thinner and they're actually like going someplace, I guess, instead of kind of averaging out overall. You kind of got like these rows of somewhat skinnier waves kind of making their way across the greater body of water, I guess. Still looks interesting in my opinion. You can definitely make out like the rows, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. I just wanted to like talk about this really neat, useful tool that I use all the time for so many different things. You saw how many, oops, you saw how many different graphs that I have. These are included, but like these are like all mine, all my the things that I created to visualize various things. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. You can move shapes around and find the intersection stuff. I highly recommend uh, creating an account for this thing so that you can actually save your graphs because that's been incredible. Because I used to not have an account, and then one day, like my session would die, and then I'd lose all that. Highly recommend this if you're like doing visual creative stuff and you want to have a way to kind of map things out and experiment and visualize stuff. That's about it. Thanks for sitting through that. Yeah.